Hey, I wake around below in our home. Notice a message next to me. Heard I'm into these ruined streets. I pass by a local pub and see a lunch box prepared by a friend of mine, starring with an Melvin fighter. Then I'd go past the Market Central Park and meet up with my comrades to prepare for our venture beneath the tower that beat the hat. And I don't even remember the lyrics, but you know what I do remember? It was polar nights and frights. We're supposed to be upon a Renard and totally screwing up this. By Brady and Smith alike ones. Why did I downright believe that from these polar nights to be freed? Look, I'm totally butchering my lyrics because I don't currently have them in front of me. And now, as we run, fight, strategize, the polar night slowly relies. Yo, folks. Welcome to Memoria Freese Y3. We in 2021. Let's go shoot. Happy New Year, folks. The fact it's a miracle that I even got the previous episode uploaded before the 21st. Before the 1st. It's a goddamn miracle. I sped run that animation ending. I sped run it so fast that I didn't even have time to make my own music track for it. Okay. So, last year, I think, what we did last year, or on last year's first episode of the year, I think we either got straight into an event, or I don't know, I think I just talked about New Year's. I don't know what I did. But here's the thing, we're going to start off this year different, because we're not going to get straight into it. We're not going to get straight into it yet. I have a lot of stuff planned, and when I say a lot of stuff, I mean a lot of stuff. But that's going to be coming out over the course of, who knows, either this month, the next few months. But just know I have a lot of plans for this year. And so I thought I'd take this episode to sort of just talk. Similar to the last one, whereas, the last one was like an expose, this is really just a talk. So, the last few episodes, I'm sure, have been a lot for y'all. With the whole, animation stuff happening, just innovation, a whole renaissance, if you will, coming forth in this series, or through this series. I'm pretty sure it's a lot. It's quite the transition, if you will, if I may. A lot of stuff's gonna be changing, but a lot of stuff's gonna stay the same. It's interesting. It's also interesting that I can't get this thing off of my. I have this really fancy New Year's shirt that my parents bought for me, and I can't get it off for the life of me because, oh no, I'm stuck. This is problematic. Anyway, I'm trying to unstick myself from this. sticky situation. Let's talk about stuff. Let's talk about mainly animation. So this episode, I think I'm gonna call it. Is it wrong? Is it wrong to enter Is it wrong to enter Renaissance or something? Or I don't know, something about Renaissance. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about stuff. We're gonna be talking about stuff. Now, a quick thing, right? I want to continue doing animation for this series. I want to continue doing like animated intros and outros, and more detailed ones. I had originally planned for there to be a really cool intro to Polar Nights, and a really cool outro that had like characters and like created by and all this kind of stuff, but I couldn't. It would end up being too much work for me, and yeah. And so, and I was also going to do that a few hours ago when I was making the outro to the true final episode of 2020. But I didn't. I didn't. I need to learn how to draw characters now that I know how to draw some items. That's a start, but now I need to actually learn how to draw like Belle and Ween and all that kind of stuff, so I can make cool intros and stuff, so I can make proper intros and backgrounds music, and it's gonna be great. And then there's gonna be a soundtrack for the series. Oh my god, it's gonna be so great. But yeah, I really, really want to go into a lot more detail about what I want to do with the whole animation part of this Renaissance. I really... Okay, yeah, we're gonna get into it. Okay, so I really enjoyed making the To Memoria Freese Y3 intro. Because, like, it had a cool intro, right? And then I could just replace, like, I could replace the lettering of, like, oh yeah, it's, like, I could replace the lettering from, To Memoria Freese Y3, twas it wrong to, etc., etc., to, twas it wrong to, etc., etc., etc. And so, I like that. I really, really like that idea, and I really like that whole thing, because yeah, I mean, it's just cool, it's a very cool thing, and so I want to do more of those intros, but obviously not exactly like the Christmas one, not using the same exact Christmas format, because obviously we're out of Christmas. We're not out of winter, but we are out of Christmas. And so I'm thinking that I could either do these intros, seasonally, or I could do just a regular intro, and I would have to figure out a regular intro. But the thing is that if I'm going to do a regular intro, I would have to put my all into it, and I would actually have to, make character models and make it all look cool and add music and all that kind of stuff. And then it can say, Memoria Freese Y3 or whatever, or I don't know. But then I think the plan would be, so here's what I think the plan would be, right? Is that I would, instead of opening up the episode, like instead of having an intro and then having a second intro, which would be me singing over the theme song that's currently in the game, what I do is I record the custom intro like the custom intro song or whatever that I sing, like the custom for the day, like, oh yeah, like if I start saying like, hey, I'm really mad and sad and something something, right? Like I can, I'll record that, but through audio and not by video, and then when I make the animation, I'll make sure I make the animation as long as the song, and so then I can combine both of them together, and it'll just be perfect. I can do that, or what I can do is that I can just record separately. I can have like instead of variants of intros, I can just stick with the Polar Night, with the Polar Nights theme song. And yeah, so I can keep that as the permanent intro and just have that along with the animation, and then right after the animation with the intro song and whatnot, we just get straight into the episode. And then I was also thinking about having an outro. So like this, because I've always called this a series, and I've always called these, well, episodes. And usually that's not what happens. That's usually not what people call or title or label sections of their gameplay. It's usually like part 1 or part 2, or chapter 1 or chapter 2. But this one isn't chapters or parts. This is episodes. And so I want it to feel more episodic, I guess. But like with animation. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know exactly how I'll do it. Like I don't know if I'm just gonna make me. I don't know if I'll make me like, you know, growing over time, you know, playing the game, or if I'll just make a custom intro that has like characters from the show. Like maybe I'll have Ween like talking with the Xenos, and then I'll have Belle like training or being trained by Eyes, or I don't know. Or maybe, actually, now that I think about it, maybe I'll, ooh, that'd be good. What if I made the animation according to what the song is saying? Oh, dude, that would be amazing. So it's like the whole I'd wake alone below in our home, like, and then it would show season 1, you know, living under the church. Oh. And then that gives me the chance to show Haruhime and the whole Killing Stone ritual. Oh, that's a lot to animate, though. So that's another thing. For me to give you an awesome intro and awesome outro, you're going to have to give me time. Because I've just gotten into animation. You know, I've really just gotten into the thick of it. I don't know how to draw character models. I don't know how to draw character models in general. The great thing about, you know, this game is that, you know, it gives us the characters. And so like we can go to like the interacts. We can go to Haruhime. Or no, wait. Wait, I almost had that right. We can go to Ween, right? We can just look at her, and we can just, easy. Like, I can just sort of copy or trace over her. You get my point. Like, even with this, I mean, this one's probably a better example, but you get my point, right? And so that's what I kind of want to do. It's gonna take a while. But hopefully, seeing how quickly I was able to make such kind of detailed items, I think I can get a handle on making characters, on drawing and animating characters. The only problem is that I have to get like all the shapes right and all the this and that's. I also have to make so many palettes, dude. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to make so many palettes. It's gonna be mental. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. But I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping to have a somewhat okay release of it by episode 1000. I'm not promising anything, but I'm just hoping for that. Because here's the thing, folks. You've just finished watching two episodes that were both labeled 700 or 974, and this is 975. And you know what that means? That means we have exactly 25 episodes left after this one until we reach the big 1000. And so, yeah, I'm gonna pray that I'll be able to, in 25 days, I'll be able to make a good enough intro, so that it can be released and it can be shown on episode 1000, and also a good outro. So then from there on out, you can have proper intros, for the series, in general, from episode 1000 and on. And so here's also my other thought. If I am able to get that to animate this, intro that I really want to make by episode 1000, then I'd probably make episode 1000 not very long. And I know what you're gonna say. Not very long, but it's episode 1000. What are you thinking? Well, the thing is, folks, you've had your massive episode, all right? You've had your massive episode. I mean, are you expecting another 9-hour, possibly 10-hour banger? Because I can't. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine in any universe that I'd be able to do that. Sure I could find a way. Sure I could be like, oh yeah, you know what? Let's watch the entirety of a Stray Record again, but this time with voice acting. But I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to see. I'd have to see how that works. But for right now, this is the plan for episode 1000. All right. If I can get a super cool intro, if I can animate a super cool intro with character models and everything, and outro with both music, which reminds me, I gotta make an outro song as well, which is gonna be interesting because, I don't have that. So if I can get that all whipped up for y'all by episode 1000, then that means episode 1000 is going to be a short episode. In which I really just thank everybody who's watched this series, and in which you just kind of just reminisce a little bit, and then that'll be it. Because we're not playing around anymore, folks. We're in a renaissance. We're in a new age. And so that's my thought process, right? That's my thought process. And then the other thing is the other form, or the other version of episode 1000, if I'm not able to get you the animations, the animated intro and outro, then I quite possibly do Event Extravaganza 11, in which we revisit. Ooh, that would be good. Would that get us to 10 hours? I think that would, actually. I think that would. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's what I'm thinking, right? What I'm thinking is that in episode 1000, again, if the animatic thing does not work, then you'll see, then we're gonna replay through the entirety of Aragonot. No, wait. Oh, now, okay, that's gonna be good. Do we go through all of that? Ooh. Ooh, do we go through all of that? Oh, that'd be good. That'd be really, really good. Should we play the 3 biggest events in order? Which is to say, should we play Aragonot? Or should we re-experience Aragonot? And then Estrella Record, and then Grand Day, simultaneously, one after the other? Because timeline-wise, Aragonot comes first, and then Estrella Record, and Grand Day. So should we do that? Because I'd be all for that. I'd be all for that. Oh, but then that means we'd have to do Grand Day Eve. Oh, God. That'd be fun. That would be way more than 10 hours, though. I'd be fine with it, though. I could make that work, actually. Like, if I shave off three maybe, well, not even 3, maybe like 2, maybe like 1 to 2.5 hours. If I shave 1 to 2.5 hours, like, every week/weekend, I'll probably be able to, re-experience that. Obviously, that video would probably have to have, I'd probably have to merge that whole thing on my computer, because I was so lucky. You were so lucky that I was able to merge that whole goddamn thing on my phone and post it in time. Oh my god. Because if I didn't, man, it would have just taken so long. That's another thing. I should probably get a better merging software, and one that really doesn't have, watermarks and whatnot. So yeah, I gotta see about that. That's another thing. I'm thinking about upgrading a lot of the software, or a lot of the applications that I used for the finale, or not for the finale, for the for Polar Nights. Like, I'm planning on upgrading the animation app so it doesn't, say, flip a clip in the bottom right or the bottom left corner. And then for whatever else. So we'll see. So yeah, that's my thought. And here's the thing, right? If we can get the intro and outro animated, and also make it a huge episode where we re-experience Aragon Estrella Record and Grand Day Eve and Grand Day, moi, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. Hands down, would go for it. But that would take so much work. I have no doubt, right? I have no doubt that I could do that in 25 days. Especially with how much I was able to do in just one day. In one day, I did 2 animated transitions, created the music for both of them, created an alternative music track for the second transition. I was able to record one part. I was able to record one 1-hour video in the morning, and then one 2.5 hour review at night, and then along with that, intro and outro. So after that, it just clearly shows how much I can really get done in a day, if I really put my heart and soul into it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, I have no doubt that I can do it in 25 days if I continued that formula at least thrice a week. What I did on the 30th. But we'll see. Despite all the despite all this innovation and all these ideas and all this kind of stuff, despite this whole renaissance of for the series, at the end of the day, I'm human, folks. I'm human, and I make mistakes and I get easily distracted. So, yeah, who knows? Here's how I see it. Right. The only real problem I'm facing when it comes to making the animation is just the character models. So if I can get the character models perfectly down, at least for if I can at least get the character models down for 5, maybe even 6 characters. Actually, maybe even just 2, which would just be Belle and Ween. I'd be completely fine. Like, that would be enough for me to be like, all right, I can do the others. Like, I can do a few more, and then I'll be able to make an intro. Because like the backgrounds and all that, I mean, that's pretty easy. I mean, a few thousand color palettes, isn't that much. I mean, it is a lot, but you get my point. Like, it's backgrounds are a bit of a bit. And that's another thing. I want to be able to, like with me saying I want to upgrade like all my all the applications that I used for Polar Nights. I want to be able to have backgrounds. I want to be able to have what do you call it? Multiple layers in the animations. So yeah, I got to do that. That's gonna be really fun. And so I gotta do that. I really just gotta work on animation a whole lot better. Just gotta practice, So I have that to do. So yeah, that's what I'm. All right, so that's my thinking, right? My thinking is episode 1000 can go in 3 ways. One of them is short, and the other 2 are probably extremely long. Dude, what would you even call that of an extravaganza? You would probably call it like. I would probably call it the Terra Chronicles or whatever, or the. I can't call it the Ararian Chronicles. I'd probably just call it, I could call it the Gakkai Chronicles. I'd like that. The Gakkai Chronicles. But anyway, here's another thing, right? With episode 1000, being so close and all, I kind of, again, it's a little scary how close it is. Even though it's so close, and even though I probably won't be able to do any of the things that I've listed in this episode for it, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be putting as much effort into that. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be putting as much effort as I will be putting into the next 25 episodes, into the 25 episodes leading up to it, or the 24 episodes leading up to it. Oh, it's going to be crazy. I got some great stuff lined up. I know that I've just been talking about episode 1000 this whole episode. But really, I got some fantastic stuff that y'all are going to love coming up. You'll be thoroughly surprised If you had listened closely in the final review of Polar Nights, I said something about a certain character that we'd expand on in the future. Yeah, we're gonna expanding on that character soon. Just a lot of good stuff coming. It's gonna be very, very fun. I'm very excited. And I also realized this really funny thing. I realized that season 3 could eventually become a visual novel in this game, which is the coolest. Like, to think about that is so cool, because then all of you can see, like, once again, like with the season 2 stuff, once again you all can see the insanity that ensued in season 3, in the series. Although I don't know if this series is gonna last that long, to the point where we're gonna be able to see that and finish it. But who knows? I've said once upon a time I said that the series would end at episode 1000, and then I said episode 1444, but it all depends. Anyway, another thing, for the next few episodes, mainly the next 24 episodes, you're probably not going to get any amazing animated intros or anything. And on top of that, you're probably not going to get to hear the just beautiful Polar Nights intro that I created for a while. Because I genuinely want that to be the official intro for the thousands. It was originally just supposed to be for 974. But no. It has to be, that's officially the intro for the thousands. So get ready to hear that, like, every episode. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to do, and I also got to write an outro, so that's gonna be fun. Low key, we'll probably choose another one of the theme songs that's in this game, because I don't want to write the outro, or I don't want to use the outro in the anime and then make my own lyrics off of it, even though that's a pretty good idea. But anyway, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I have a lot of ideas. Since I've really just talked mainly about animation this episode, and since we're talking about the whole Renaissance thing and innovation age and whatnot, what was I gonna say? The whole camera thing, this thing that, at this point you're just seeing it every episode. I mean, look, it's the floor, guys. It's the floor. Oh my gosh, it's the floor. And it's my feet. It's my feet. Look, guys. It's a collection of mana, poggers. So yeah, with that, of course, like I said, I wanted to do vlogs and stuff, but that's probably not going to be a thing for a while. I mean, obviously, in the last episode, you got to see, the world, really. So there will be points occasionally in episodes where I'll just turn the camera on, now that I know it's so easily accessible to just turn on. I guess I'll just show you stuff, outside of the game when I really want. And so that's a thing that's just going to become integral, a part of the series just now. It won't just become a possible future vlog series, but it'll become a part of the episodes every once in a while. So yeah. It's going to be very, very fun. What else? What else do I really have to talk about? What else do I want to talk about? No, yeah. Just once again, give me time. I can scrape out some time to do a lot of pre-recording, and animating. But you also gotta take into account that, it's my final few months of high school. So, yeah. Yeah. But let's see how it all goes. I'm pretty sure I have another week of winter break. And so maybe I could already get a head start on it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to bet all my money on it. I think I just want to spend these days relaxing. Or who knows? Maybe I'll already start recording, like tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but like Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I think, at least. Again, however episode 1000 is going to turn out, there's 3 possibilities. And all of them legitimately seem impossible. But what's impossible is possible, and that's possibly ridiculous, whatever. And then the other thing is, don't worry yourself about how episode 1000 is gonna end up being. I'm sure I'll figure it out. So for right now, focus on the episodes leading up to it, because once again, a lot of stuff is gonna come your way. It's gonna be fun, folks. It's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be great. All right, this has been me. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna sleep. It's currently almost 3 in the morning, so I probably will sleep. We partied for like 3-4 hours straight. We had cake and everything. I even sang. I sang Night Running, like to the top of my lungs before New Year's, and dude, it was so crazy. I was like, "Yo, nobody has it," and I'm like, dude, it was so cool. And then like the final Oshi at that, I was like, Oshi, yo, nobody. Oh my, it was so cool, man. I really, really enjoyed doing that. And yeah, that's man. Such a great New Year's. Probably like my most, like, this is probably going to be my most memorable New Year's, period. Because we just had so much fun. Also, Mediocre. The other Memoria Freese YouTuber. The Memoria Freese YouTuber that uploads every once in a while, every day. I don't remember. I said Happy New Year to them, and they were like, "Hey, Happy New Year to you too." And he heard my comment, and I'm like, "Hey." I just think that's cool. I really hope I get to end up collabing with other Memoria Freese enthusiasts, such as Mediocre, one day. And also J2 Cool Dog, or J Dog is too cool. I forget how to say your username. That'd be cool. That'd be very, very cool. Oh, hello. New. It's. We've entered a new day. That is very cool. We already have. Oh. Yeah, we already have. We already have things. Hey, Happy New Year. That's cool. I like that. It changes at 3 in the morning. We know this now. Who do we have on sale? Just to see. Oh man, we didn't get a Kaya. Oh well. What can you do? There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna do, folks. There's a lot of stuff that's coming up. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be mental, even. So get ready. Because if you thought the 900s reached its peak, then you'd be right. But if you thought the release of absolute bangers after another was finished, oh no, folks. Oh no. Oh no, it is not. Because, folks, not only is this the beginning of a renaissance, but this is the beginning of my redemption arc. Anyway, folks, this has been Yasset, either Mr. or Mrs. And I will see y'all in the continuation of this somewhat never-ending series dubbed Memoria Freese. And until the next episode where, oh my god, you won't even expect what's gonna happen, man. I mean, you probably will, but you probably won't. Trust me, you won't. Anyway, salutations. Arigatou gozaimasu for watching. Ensayo New Year Nara. That was cringe, but, you know, whatever. Peace.